Abusua samu akwaba bio madwen padwuma de sina guso ahwe original TV Fairway Mpensenmpensenmu mpanyimfo esinkunya na nsema hodo egu apono so no ye kire adwene afọ mpanyimfo enne ye no mo ebetwetwe nkomo yewura titi kate no eye openi a oye nkitawudi ebofo edema NDC amanyukuo kuo no eye National Communication Team member oka ho ebisanso ana yewura George Ayisi enso so National Director of Communication Edema National Disaster Management Organization ye NADMO empenyufo ne omunyina ewo fidie empenyufo mama kwaba apomi ede
adomo
mu nam kwa mu amoba monteso to say because ensio ne nya ntese gusu
flooding me bedu hantem kakra but flooding na ensio no egugu kwan no so bebre be me se ba
na NADMO adwumbe na je na adwumbe na picture be na wo picture after our rain.
So grind and you to a flood that's the normal me ba me ze enko for field nti ti onu sha se ya na deploy team or field normal boy nti
okay
yeah my entie for na ahwefo anope
titi want so bako there
I don't know
where wet Tuesday
for say o complaining about flooding wa Accra na just oba and right na oba Accra every year it occurs nti say oti area hoye flood prone na wa hwe ho so ye but this time the traffic no ye major roads na ya flooding na chi obo bebre nti a delay crofo say omukọ adwuma maybe na me ti obi commentary about she stretched to I see both sides of the road are flooded. Now, originally when on Tiasia because or see what me who big gata be, Emmanuel Eye Clinic at him, and he's still wondering why they still cannot connect that wastewater now rainwater now big gusa honomono to meet that particular gata. Ma intimi and dispatching you know say toa, but somebody is not doing his or her work right. A problem, but. And there's a town and country planners ne highways for na e was say almost help.
Your road architecture design be beyond more defective. They say okpongro ha okay. So an ashiashi.
Yeah.
Also the same thing. If you walk domain my seven overhead
and overhead no so and also flood the top the flood the
at it me I to say overhead bridge in United me flood. I see a honum that small runabout
bad.
I want to so a flood. Even N1 would if it tallow. One more, two more, see Royal Fiesta. I also saw a flood. Ubedu Abeka, also a flood. The Miami who do a name to say, baby to say, or dog corner, first light, what they hold the Becca traditional flood prone areas.
Unless you are
at least they should do something about it. But anyway, Yama, if ye, Yami Admo Chana, Abayami Atia say, IMF mpenyufo eba no mani aban abesinkunya na eye conditionalities na negotiation ashase etumi akoso menshase free isi boate why IMF adenti na call IMF na IMF ya yekoyi ede na yehwe anim se ebenya so
yo medas IMF okoho ana uhia support kakra omo wo ayi amode hwe supervise we see kasam hihye wo man mu de toso biem almost so boawo na omo disika boawo eye wo sika sam hihye na opesa ototo ni yie na aye friend no besin am betimi ama obesin akakra de toso biem so omo ma technical advice omo ye surveillance loan and then technical advice omo de be ma e bia won hihye bi e bia ho hia na ho kire bi mu a wako akudu enti ohwa ohome ahome enti obema breathing space kakra na wet media ye won hyehyɛ a opesa wo ye so wo ban enti eno enti na sese ye tu anamon se ye kɔ IMF enoma ba bia ye hyehyɛ ekodu no enoma mu ayeden so wo man se ye pese ye timi tu anamon pa na ye hyehyɛ ekoyie going forward maybe the next 3-4 years was IMF nkita hudie no ebaso ɛno nti na aban yi asi gyina sɛ baabi adu no yɛde yɛntoma yɛka IMF ho bɛɛ sɛ yɛde yɛntoma bɛbɔ ɔmo dia no na ɔmo aba ne yɛn abɛdi nkitaho ne ahwɛ ne yɛn nhyehyɛe a yɛn ayɛwɔ ɛne deɛ ɔmo nso de bɛka ho aboa ama Ghana yɛsikasɛm nhyehyɛe atumi akɔ n'anim no atumi atumpɔn ɛno nti na mpɛmpɛnsuo yi yɛsɛ daabi yɛbɛkɔ IMF because ohwɛ a ewiase nyinaa nhyehyɛ nneɛma bebree ate wo yɛ wo presentation no me nso wo keka bebree COVID-19 impact ne sunsanso no na Russia Ukraine war me te say obi bisa say the bomb no bi abeto ha no mana bomb no emeto ha be wiase nyinaa edwadie wo ye dan eka we baby a beka
bomb no bi ma ban sunsanso na ba
be sunsanso because woni no ye trading in manganese ni others about 30% na ebia wheat import ni normal over 40% na oil supply from Ukraine Russia to the world is about 40% na say bibi cost ho definitely hunsunsanso no ebeba ho enti eno ne de ya hwe a sebe ama yenso yenhyehyɛ akodu baby edumenua same wo hwe a ye ba aban mu 2017 ne ye IMF dada meboa na abandada na de akọ IMF from 2015 enti ye hwe na ye meet targets no ye targets was ye meet IMF from new yan hyehyɛ a omoma benchmarks ne targets was o meet be na ye meet enti na was ye toa so ekodu 2019 ansa na ye timi meet omo targets na ye film because we meet ya won't mean film enti ye meet ya ye film 2019 but yeah no so yen hyehyɛ bebree timi de bo buy so free SHS planting for food and jobs 1D 1F one village one dam ne sa normal ye de buy no omo ansi ye ho kwan omo ma ye kwan se ye nkoso enye but yentu anamo abema yetimi amiti ye target no ade bi so yes amre no so me feel say na ye contract to normally IMF policies omo de omo hwese obeye na wo expenditure akofom na wo revenue we na basro no watimi asese ono ma ye but samre mu ye yi about 17 ye reduce bi na ye yi bi cry fi or taxes ye na friend nuisance taxes but na your IMF program nti baby eduma Ghanafo emohu se ebia enhyehyɛ bi banti ayekọ IMF no eno ma bi wo ho a yentumi ye omam watwa so omamu atete ono ma so expenditure beba from na wape kwan so obetimi increase your revenue ni no manti yen ye wa rehemu se ye be hyehyɛ ye betu anamo abeboa ma Ghana yetimi anya yeti edidi mu ye yesikasam enhyehyɛ mu nti eno ka ho ene yetu anamo ekọ IMF summary
enti ye ahwe ani mu ni se your expenditure will go down expenses ni bebre ho no mu a it will go down nemum aban no can say revenue generation ebetumi akosro say be ebetumi stabilize the economy we Russia Ukraine war say dem say blame ya eno abaye drum and trumpet amisa aban no anamoka Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia ebisa John Dramani Mahama end this 2015 say mo say global recess and I say global economic crunch ahokyere aba adenti na ahokyere be free wiase nyina ebepa Togo ho ebepa Nigeria ho ebepa Burkina Faso ho ebepa Cote d'Ivoire ho na Ghana sometime na tumi ababesie all these our neighboring countries none of them na seeking IMF bailout but we are seeking IMF bailout why Ghana and not them
well wo share Togo wabo Burkina wabo Ivory Coast omo nyina omo central bank here France they are linked to France Omunye autonomous independent in the economic management structure to say ye. Yes sir. Enti that is nienti a womo so omun koya. That's the reason a womun koya. Because almost central bank France. Omo economy no is tied to France. Enti policy bi wo ho say hit France kese a ebe hit wo omo so. Say hit France kese a omo wo buffer And those are some of the reasons. Yeah, we are not, our apron strings are tied to Britain because you found the completely. So we are seeing I manage your affairs, and it was a good decision. Our company or Sajifo take here. It's good. Well, industry ni normal. You two are more come. Bedu baby no nyina ya diversity sa no mani nyina enti wo ya won hihye in the global economy no definitely bibisa covid no ba am say hiti wo mu nyina na meboa hiti wo mu nyina hiti here so Ukraine so hiti ba ebia omo impact no nya as severe as ye because omo central link to
what about
the French
other
economy.
African countries? West African countries are almost so enye francophone countries are more linked to a central bank to say France in the working.
Yeah.
Almost do almost to say Nigeria, to say Liberia, all these countries almost do say the one. Why not them? But
Nigeria also faces serious critical issues. Egypt were in the queue going to IMF. Meboa. Egypt to Nigeria, a daily export of crude over 2 million barrels. True of us. We are a major oil exporting country. We are talking about 200,000 barrels a day compared to over 2 million barrels. And Nigeria is the lead economy in Africa. And South Africa was Egypt. These are the 3 top economies in Africa. And homegrown too. The way I handle COVID challenge, was completely different. Decided say to support them, to cushion them. All the cost burden, because Mpese yare no betia tese na akuya de hye bebre. Hono mampani can say we know how to bring back the economy. What we don't know how to do is to bring back lost lives. Enu nti ene support what electricity ni no maseni esabe ensuo obi bu nsuo aworo ne nsane no ma nko dwen hu say ne water bill be kosoro ne no because aban e take say ne yen nyina ye be ya hwe I think your policy decisions as far as COVID management is concerned was completely different from most of these other countries.
Economic management team, we catch the Ghana for say we have a solid economic management
Very
team.
solid.
All these other countries are also more headed to IMF. No, then remember what they are done from all these countries, and also then remember done from your predecessor. Another call IMF 2015 or condemn me as a result say economic mismanagement and also incompetence. How different are your situation? Is your situation? Why I was also the you cannot solve it yourself than to surrender to IMF for bailout?
Yo, me that say 2015 no ma de ye do pempen so aye koy o mampani no aka say yare enam ni nyina ma na aka dompe ana meboa me hu world crunch bia economic issue bia hit ye nyina the globe me nim say ABC 20 obi say Ebola o correct no Ebola see was sub-region Liberia and Sierra Leone but I don't know what the volume of trade connection between Ghana, Liberia and Sierra Leone. No, compared to Ghana and Ukraine and Russia. So, and those are the things I hear. And at that time, no man, self-inflicted doom so for almost 4 years. It was there with us staring us in the face. And no management processes because near the end gas for cow Nigeria, enti ebi wo ha no makate baby wo ya se pipe no pipe wo baby ye fix it no ma enyina ye hu challenges dum so enya light so de bia na ye light bill kosoro those times enti eno achi no offer economic forum there was that engagement say and at that way they took a decision say call IMF. Okay, it was a homegrown challenger, you know. The first 3 years, check it, 2017, 18, 19, average growth was 7%. We have import cover of about 3.5 to 4 months import cover reserves, over 8.6 billion. We were able to get to the dollars. As our reserve to back our economy, and normal trade, primary surplus, trade balance, the way in our positive outlook, before by 2019. Until say, 2020 hit January of 2020 COVID hit even by April our inflation and those things compared to now you know it was better by 2019 things were moving in the right direction until so we hit bibia edani butu that's the issue. The 2015 situation was completely different from today.
Predecessor in 2015 approach IMF na wono ankasa developing homegrown policies officer no call be faso atoto niama
they said here
ebi private sector or yes okay let's support the private sector no multi creative jobs diversification you say you be added value to our raw materials. Indeed we saw say Commander Sugar Factory, bringing it back to life. Pharmaceutical companies, the government supported them. Financial sector, the government supported them. Now, a homegrown policy.
Government supported them.
IMF, indeed. In the IMF also adopted those.
The banking sector collapsed.
So, offer these measures are homegrown policies. Now, IMF also so monwa. And IMF project is indeed the economy was going to grow by 8.8%. Between 2017-18 and the economy grew and also inflation reduced from 90%.
They said the economy was going to grow 2013. It didn't.
We are talking about
they did the same thing.
I'm speaking to IMF 2015 projection. How do I course so? Said the economy will grow by 8.8% and also inflation will reduce to
which year?
By
which year? 2015.
2050, almost by the end of 3-year program, IMF program, they're expecting that by 2017-18, Ghana economy will grow by 8.8%. Inflation may drop from 19%, that's at 2015, to somewhere 7% in there. But indeed, you will say inflation dropped from 2017, the economy grew. Said that wow, more extended. More extended so when you study free SHS and it me buy. So one kasa homegrown policy how they approach IMF to the negotiation table with China
all these things you have said, government we cancel biana. No. And we inquire the free SHS no abba. And one key thing anaka ye person anunti cutting expenditure by 30% was one serious a year na year has a beboa. And
so that's your homegrown policy.
And two, we've already started this policy from January. Okay. And two, the introduction of the e-levy. Initially we projected CAB raising about 6.9 billion. But because of time in it revising by about 4.5 billion. So far no revenue lower because the bebre normal bebre aba yen charge because of ebia momo auto units you don't pay e-levy. For merchant transactions, you don't pay e-levy. Normal bebre initially you factor into it in the revenue be generated, but you call your name no dear it's engage any said there be will be why be year film and when it affected the revenue and we know any more efficient. No, people are still using it. But because you are clear, you be film say you be charge e-levy on that initially, yes, there be and revising.
So if you admit your those policies,
yes,
didn't yield the needed results, and to me, I'm fat.
Oh no,
you're ready to
your original way say can you love started the way I can begin in Tama. We charge you definitely we may not go to the IMF. Okay. But as we are say, who project is 600 million. The first you are reckoning about 54 to 60 million. Is about 10%. Sorry, you are getting 10% of your projected target. And these are the issues.
The last result is the IMF.
Yes.
Okay.
And the IMF there, I think we all you're doing or mine a year there was here. Na ye shishia be ye beboa magana ye sikasem shishia no etimi agina eye. It has nothing to do with whether the economic management team is competent or not, efficient or not. No, there's crisis and we need to deal with it.
Okay, that's Papa 16 minutes. Titi, why according to you and I said to you no e dey ntina ye call IMF na IMF ya ye koi what are some of your expectations Ghana economy will face?
Ondo Sami yɛbɛkyia etiefo nyina na ahwɛfo anapɛ metie me nua no meda na se all try say obey justify ni amane bi adenti na mekasa ye wokrum ha na NDC for ka say omoko IMF na omoye omo homegrown policy e fresh enchi ema omo threatening omo nkrofo a omoye omo adwen so ombeba say omo ba de besi Sami, moving forward IMF by Bibia Todin say we're moving on as a nation. Na young animal a demonize IMF to say the IMF no a de bonny. Inti enemy your no more kasa say IMF is a good thing na. Me sure moi na ayem said the nyom no more kasa no. Yeah, it will krum ha. And people like Minister of Finance as ene yasani din to Minister of Loans and Collateralization because enu enotimi ye ni ye. Minua omo ayade na maye hu se oman no omo ntimi embu man no. NDC for ne call IMF first. Mobile Bemuno, you still had some years still on IMF. And I was glad to correct on the ground say the growth they saw no, was as a result of IMF near call and the end result because you call no more catcher and say in the becon. Now so what come back I said no more abem. More abem but obi na shabi bi asie e ma ya projected that. Inti ebeto nice wa enye te say the book was interchange obi ko pay sika obi si waji din say me na me si obi na shasie. So going to IMF at the time was a good decision. Going now me nka say a bad decision. Ghana is in crisis. Na enye net ne started say can say Ghana is in crisis. Sammy, way back a year and a half ago, and I would say parliamentarians maybe I don't go to force Ghanaians could see say you are heading towards the ditch. You are heading towards somewhere in Ghana. How many months out of the 3 years or 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, they've ruled 27 months. 27 months are IMF deal mine share Monsano. You couldn't hold on to where they had left us, but you turn around and go to IMF. Okay, yes, say COVID. Okay, yes, say Russia, Ukraine. But I am at home to say they still don't remember. Say we went to IMF when Ghana needed it most because that time then we had to implement so many things like the single spine. Yes.
Single spine was 2009.
Yes. 2009, it took effect. It 2009 was when it was passed. It didn't take effect. It put pressure. Doomso also was there. Doomso and NDC problem. It has been a long-standing problem. But the modern say you best stabilizing. Until come say Russia, Ukraine, and that COVID. But I want to set some records straight. That been a COVID by. COVID came in March 2020. March 2020 a COVID by. That time, no, Ghana was already in the ditch. That time, not already in the year. That time, American public debt had risen from 120 billion to 255 billion. I'm talking about 2019. What am I saying? And debt to GDP, that time, no, it was 57% in 2016.
Yes.
And in 2019, January 2020,
COVID that time their debt to GDP was 64%. Until how could you say a year COVID and a year Russia Ukraine? So that time no interest payments. Yeah, time a year 11 billion. And that time 2019, I'm not talking about now. I'm using it around the COVID no. In 2019 it was 37 billion. Until a year what can say a year Russia Ukraine and a COVID now. At times I don't understand. Sure, that time budget deficit was 7.5% in 2018. In 2019 it was 7%. What am I say? When you are young himself fiscal responsibility, no, the threshold is 5%. So what were they arguing about? The Ghana cedi at the time in 2019 had seen a depreciation of 12.9%. 12.9%. But Mbeka said COVID. What has that got to do with us? Growth rate in the construction sector in 2016 had declined from 8.4% to negative 8.5% in 2019. Social manufacturing sector declining from 7.9% in 2016 to 6.5% in 2019. In the young say, a year COVID. Before COVID, these were the figures. Before COVID, even at the time now COVID tax revenue was very high.
So can we say that okay, though say the public debt na air cost road.
A journey that.
It is your fans say o drive o drive automatic car. Utia accelerator no so a they will come at a higher speed. But we you na
a bit slow down.
A bit slow down do say anyina. So can we say though say the public debt was ballooning, but COVID-19 Russia war and so aka ho amana balloon to this
before level. COVID no, this was our position nenye inti say we yare dada na bibi abeka ho why do you blame all on the abeka ho?
I'll tell you
there was something there already. And if they accept say oh yeah COVID we buy no no ne yare dada, it's fine with us you better see, but they try to blame everything on COVID. And that's what and even that time no MPP omo tax revenue, the figures omo target omo setting now in the budget no, they exceed. Some they get it exactly. In 2019 they got 43 billion. In 2020 45 billion. In 2021 no 57 billion. These were all their targets, plus or minus 200 million, 100 million. What am I say? They got the money. But the issue about MPP and Neno is just their expenditures are oversized. Unto I said you wow what he have a you be who now the Land Cruiser have a fair. Meanwhile, what I mean you should be a outskirt. What is so baby a compound house with a single room, a park or car or quiet. Into park or Land Cruiser no quiet. At a single room, a dry or public bathroom, but two pier bar. What about Land Cruiser and we say room? That is the kind of attitude of the MPP. Yeah, maybe. Meanwhile, they try to portray that, flourish, super Arabian king style life. Meanwhile, no, and yet, when you catch them, what I say, the country is going to a ditch. Reduce your number, even of ministers. Reduce your expenditure.
But President second term will reduce the number of ministers
to
from 111
to 123. 123.
Deputies, okay, 123. So you can say the minister is about 86. If I memory serving right, about 86. It means the president are reduced to talking about expenditure. Okay, government are reduced expenditure by 30%. Also, the ministers and deputy ministers and CEO salary has been reduced by 20-30%. So this reduction, how can it?
Are you saying what is going on now is that bad? Enra, teachers focus strike. What is their issue? Because of expensive things, cost of living has become high. When you talk about it, they say petrol and diesel have gone up high. And we are also telling you, it is true. It's the automatic adjustment formula. Yeah, no problem. But you also, as a nation, as a government, have an input. Have you looked at reducing the figures? Have you looked at the option? And you and a president Akufo-Addo candidate Akufo-Addo ka say or no ba obetete taxes ni na efisum ajo mama ka kire omo say momum ba ba mu da Into munja into ato na mo no. And then we are faced with the reality.
Now, China negotiation between government and the IMF. A deal Ghana for expected from this negotiation, and what would be the outcome of this negotiation?
There's one challenge. Ghana for him. A fair near the crata heading. Echo. Say a beji atumo, say jin tumo. We don't know. Into Ghana for the empire there was here Bobby. Because a fair and kufu babeshe and kratem. Na ye nim second of all turning in Crawford there omwe cookie figures ni some even a World Bank expose you around there sometime omo got this 1 billion COVID time COVID $5 billion cra won timi afa nyehwe ye ka mo simo my free light mo my free water COVID time ye mam 5 billion
total. 5 billion what?
Dollars.
Hey.
In total.
Which country?
You are not talking about it's $5 million.
Million or you were saying billion?
I mean $5 million.
Oh,
okay.
$5 billion, which is 30 billion.
What?
Ghana cedis.
Okay.
I don't
30 billion
understand
Ghana
Our
cedis.
country, baby.
Ghana here. Even can overrate call parliament crown kobu akontantre mu kra no. Udim say sa fan na omo create wo krom ha omo de maame ne sha a former attorney general ne share so no. They didn't even include that. They didn't even include it. Into year
because government is that a year fund and scanner buyer no expenditure didn't go through the Ministry of Finance a year trust fund and kasa no more.
You were supposed to come and account for it. And your no call parliament can say Sinro Hydro below the line. Fashion on you say below the line. Sinro Hydro, it wasn't part. It was below the line. Maybe what? Fashion on can say where they come. Then we know say you are accounting for everything. But the unfortunate thing was they didn't mention it at all, and that is why we have a problem. Maybe the empire never say Ghana for, but because baby a Ghana, a genius economically no, it's not good. Into your bumpire say I am a beshe in crater anymore. Now what me actually and say you bet me abuamo see. Nasa unnecessary over expenditure na ekosum. Ebe jai because we share over 500 million abom sim 500 year by.
So IMF program is good for Ghana.
Nobody will say IMF is bad. Nobody. But so what's nature now we share senia ye nuanmo e demonize IMF. Even recently, Kano Foyata Canada, Kano Japan Canada, Kano of Kujo upon Kruma Canada, everybody was demonizing it. Everybody, even Kano Foyata, occupy Ghana. That time no, only Obama and microphone they demonize it. It's a what can say a deal with enye. Ne what I know who I saw say Kramaya. What fear go from on one side the chair quarter free and now 1 minute adibium. Are you normal?
Okay.
And you're right.
All right. Menka bejofo say chirawadwe ya chirawadwe de adu so Mpensenmpensenmu na me no kaso peni kase ba koso asa join ye awe fidua mu yewra nana into Americhi purchase mabodi ni ya nana into Americhi we political analyst akwaba
yeja
apom ye de
eja da roma ne mu paibo
wo na the last person wo wura mu wo ba na bonte so to say
enye bete minia etiefo fancheme say ma catch but traffic you na tono from Achimota to Abelempi to Alajo. In fact, me do baby, I have to 10.
Wow.
Thinking say baby I make kofani mono ebeboa. Me do ona che say bobo kra. Enti surely the I am the cra say Mr. Isiwa. So mama akache na ya BBC na
do. Just say team or ground so more access.
Yeah, na situation no enkoyi sa mesre say I think say this flooding issue no is becoming unbecoming and they be ye ka ho asem they be anso nsuo ni yiri yen na say yetumi enya bibia ebetumi aya etubetwa because engineers na omo ye ya kwan ne drainage system no they have to rethink and see how omo betumi aya nema because enye cheze nsuo na kakra na etoye no nsuo na take over the streets. And baby or how to me say gata krani ho nti eno an say nsuo ni nam kwan so ba bibiri and you can imagine say diesel car there any problem but petrol cars bebree akeka nsuo no mu omanya overheating ne na sefo nti ama traffic ewu krom na nsuo no to nso a police ni bia nyina kwan ho nti ama we kose na chese confusion
indiscipline
no ni asem no no ni asem
general issue so 10 minutes if we say the ntina yakọ IMF na IMF ya ban di ewremu no dia na Ghana for hwe ani mu famfro
yo ma menda wase na edika minchia mempanyufo a omadi mani mu kan ene wahwefo nyina na menka say yes enokre Ghana yakọ IMF but esise yebisa ehu say IMF yakọ no emre ben ye exit from IMF yetumi hu emre ye exit from IMF na yebisa ehu say anso ampa ye exit from IMF no from samre no ebisi samre edien ene yehu asoman does it mean say without IMF no we can't manage our affairs ana one question na esese yebisa ehu because ye nyina enim say as at 2017 na MPP ba ban mu no na still how we were on IMF program to extend say time I exit ye no yehu say mpanyifo bi energy say
even extended it from instead of 2018 we ended it 2019.
Thank you. Until after 2019 what happened 2020 2021 and then 2022 we are back and I say we are trying to go back to IMF. Until that should tell you say there is something wrong with the management or the managers of our economy because it means to say without the support of IMF no your economy no we can manage it. That is how memi hunu because say okachem say why exit from a program and less than 2 years or let's say 2 years you are going back to that program then it means to say wo de wo ho a untumi ho so hwe na edienti na untumi ho so hwe is it because wo spend boom boom and say sika na eba on ho no uhu baby asese wo de hihye nti baby ase bia wo de sika bi hye no na wo de akwakoye bibi foforo enu nti na ma ase ahokyere akoba na me de me hu ni say IMF ya ye decide say ye ba bekoi enye say ebia covid ina enye say Ukraine Russia war because say obi kachem say is because of covid me kache ni pan say covid is a blessing in disguise.
How?
Yes, because COVID buy ye nyina enim sika ebo memu ha to extend say emponu na ye ankasa ye yibima individuals ye wo kromu ha ye nim say COVID aba nti niema bi a ye nyina no ese ye diso na ebo aye no ye nhihye nti ne yem bi say ho say after the COVID no and I say even though COVID wo hokra no sika ebo memu ha no at that time na den ye de aside COVID sika no ye nyina gitumu say besia aban otiso yi oboye no ye mbisa say edie eni yetumi die den aye say yetumi hu sa niema we nyina na then we can justify say yes is it good to go to IMF or not because say okachem say because of COVID inti eni e call IMF maybe say aden COVID Ghana nkwana COVID buy COVID say bi ko Togo ebi ko Burkina Faso
asenya Ghana nkwanso na kwa IMF
but yembi say hu say nipa na omo ko IMF no did they have that resources ayenya yana omo tumi ko bo besia kese te say de ya bo besia to extend say wo hwe ya besia ya bo no baby a the range a edru na bisa say those country no omo ko ye bibisa na so wo bisa na o compare na ekoyi a then we can say yes but many wote hey kura yenim ye Ghana na minim na Ghana na miye mi bibia inti so far as say Ghana na mete Ghana miye mi bibia na I expect say Ghana nkoso na madwen ho kan ansa makwa kohwe obi fufuro kra but yes bisa ho say ade ntina wo catch am say other countries nso akọ other countries no omukoye no how have they been able to manage their affairs? That is the question. Because say IMF say CA omoba it means say your economy no the managers are not good enough and therefore if the managers are not good enough
is that the yardstick
that me from where I'm sitting, if mine to say Ghana, na say we have been able to come out from IMF. Na inaji to mu say ye de ho nti ni aba IMF. Na say wasan ama oman no I go down to a level be as IMF there. And then I say you have no business being a manager. Because we a manager near this bumbi ashe ejuma say ama say ji na fa ye ejuma. Na ejuma na obeye no within 6 months of your tenure. And I ever say 1 year of your tenure. Na bibia former na ekwa. Do you have any business being a manager? You don't have to. Inti yenhwe the caliber of our managers of this economy. Now you be saying who say yes.
And then they expect it from this IMF bailout.
Well, for now, me can't na me can't. Until say we change the managers, I don't see anything coming out because the managers are there. If the same managers are going to handle the affairs of what IMF is coming to discuss with us, yeah, then of course.
You change manager now, how you employing?
I say, so far as I'm concerned, the ruling government, before coming to power, they told the whole world, they say they have the men. Sure. And if you have the men, not even your first 11 cannot perform. To extent say, you think say you have people on the bench, then bring the people on the bench. Because for me, it's been 6 years.
Okay, so Abana changes. Name here to change the government.
That is it. South I say Abana is not any tenure of office in soon. But say who your coach now team na ebo match no. Some of the players are not performing. Yet you want to score. What do? Don't you do substitute? Who substitute now? The other players are boom. No more the fresh minds, ideas about. So does it mean say these are the only ideas we have on board? Look, me say, if you look at a sector like agri sector, Senkaye to me, I'm making sure say agri sector.
2 more minutes.
Ako year, enka okoma abey, enke ehun be hin han.
Okomo Ghana.
Oh yes, of course. Okomo Ghana. And yes, say okomo Ghana, okomo no, I say eduani ena wunya new. But nia akadia na ode bekwa kopa aduane na ebi ni ho. Akadia na ode kopa aduane ebi ni ho. Kala de aduane ne beba na ebuso no. Ka no because of fuel and semsem no enkoyi. And this is where I was expecting say unim say
so any short name of
the eduatio the eduano previous year no enu ni edi ni sese you. Nti sese dia no da be ni ebedi. Nti if we don't take care afia ebesi mu no aduane
so currently, any food shortage, name cost of living, cost of
living,
food items.
Okay. Because Acadia said they banner emamni bunu, and ko yes at the SFA.
Okay.
And the economic sector, the economy nankasano, bibia enkoyi, sanka ahakoyi na hakoyi nkemfa hunchiri bibi nye.
Okay, that's papa. Yera sibia or rebata bi. Remember 5 minutes, and also within that 5 minutes, all a year 4 teachers union and normally declare indefinite year.
Oh, yeah, I'm a see a record different.
Yeah, time minister be between. So you need them instead of strike say cost of living, condition of service. Per a year I get 22 by allow a year 20%. I buying abunuagu since last year October. Be seen I buy more. Strike.
Yo, but that's the Edikai or Maimu, and I see the losing value by about 40% by August 2014, the worst in the world. Under Minianum Abai, Amodet Omutuya 9.5 billion into January 2009, Omufisu 122 billion, over 1,184% jump. Meboa. From 122 billion to 2, as of the time, or 264, what's the percentage jump? Even to the 351 currently, as by the Monetary Policy Committee of Bank of Ghana. 351, check the percentage jump. It's less than 300 or 400%. And we can say performance, I would juxtapose, and I agree, debt to GDP, as we are very important. Crisis, Mr. Rebecca, will be a better, I can say, COVID no didn't impact with necessarily on economics as here. I'm sorry to say this. Be a better, COVID didn't impact because Yenyeska. What shut your economy down for 3 weeks? Let me make my submission.
It's also a fact to say. It's also a fact to say your economy was facing challenges. Your public debt was ballooning even before COVID-19.
Oh, that's why I'm telling you the rates. Oh, your measurement. You check it by the rates. So, I say, oh, since the Kwame Nkrumah, look, President Kufuor way the debt to GDP or inherited was in excess of 150%. I call Hippick, Obiasa, even party MPP for yesterday, be young call Hippick, Meboa. People, or South Mafukoya, even people within cabinet, no money pleased with it, or the President Kufuor. But I'm the nice from Equoy. Who share reality in a face you don't have a choice. And under Yanya Bang, you buy another interest rate was hovering around 32-33%. Okay. You get it? They say a bad down average was about 22. And so now, you know, imported Ghana Statistical Survey, imported inflation is over 28%. Almost computed inflation way current imported. Nearma as a result of prices of way outside the Ghana no, and they shoot to you no makosro. And where your reality are me encounter no. And correct. No so said between 2017 and 2019, growth average 7%. No credit. It was trade balances, and we're operating within the 5% fiscal responsibility threshold. Because you can't bank issue collapse. You know, that computation was with Bank of Ghana. Say, well, a basa way now. So no can sign no hydro banking support now. They buy over 25 billion in Romano. We don't count them as. Because they were not something we anticipated. But see, yeah, the banking sector will collapse. Do you get it? And by the way, the say, yeah, you're bold. Yes, you'll be a sabe. We are here, a more drill, you are on person on them, meboa. But I be a no besa area. You can't say young cock because you perceive, yeah, and she share about boy. But the reality is that there be one choir about how, because we have breathing space. So we have breathing space. We are expecting between also 2 billion, but we are looking at between 3 billion and between 3 billion and 5 billion. It will be difficult for us to overcome the difficult situations.
Government expecting 2 billion.
Good.
We are not talking straight. So from we are increasing.
No. Men America say looking at the challenges I face, you know, any cost cutting, you need about 3 billion.
Ghana probably say you own yes. Government own Ghanaians an apology for demonizing IMF.
Oh, demonizing. But COVID near one key thing. Cutting expenditure do you get it? COVID 11 near one key thing and say a bit me a solid near design so do you get it? But it's not become a chassis and I can say IMF about conditionalities. Maybe so, yeah, moving near so say free SHS, no, my better truth is say you implementing free SHS when even IMF were here.
I mean, 5 minutes now, so 2 more minutes.
It's better say. Yamra, workers, to be honest with you, Ghana workers, omu case, issue, no memoir day, a truth. No memoir day, but media makers, in cranny, munti think cranny. Say see I call IMF ya yentina simple chira no mo bedi komo na pai must start to say there me maka wa other plan so wa hakra ka ho maka so mo hia cola eje no kre because of fuel price and cost of living no e cost cola no there omo hia but as to say 20% do say there no there but emre so omo person omo ko tuatua no enye you are holding government to yes you know betena say omo chance but cola no the omo hia no dey me for so
your rebata and eduma for no we dey fache why na
it's okay
oh abamuti na me man more time
you see
go position the
reason for going to IMF they are different. you don't just get up and go to IMF. And this time, yeah, IMF, no. We wanted to stabilize the economy because of the issues we had with Dumso, and also to restore our debt sustainability and macroeconomics. What am I saying? This was the reason why we went to Inti. We moved back in 2019.
Policy credibility.
Policy credibility. There were so many things. But we moved back here. Omobeji didn't say Nyama koye mo 27 months after that, based on our performance, no, and the momo to assume. That means they haven't. You always try to say world crunch. You see, what I want you to realize is this. Say, you see, there are some countries that have been listed by Kale Institute.
100 countries.
Kale Institute have listed countries affected by the Ukraine grain blockade. One, Tunisia, Egypt, South Africa, Cameroon, Algeria, Libya, Senegal, Morocco, Guinea, Mozambique, and Benin.
Where first
full stop.
How?
Full stop.
150% of manganese goes to Ukraine.
First, is it first 10?
This is from the Kale University. Kale Institute.
First 10 or first 20?
First 10.
So first 10 can.
First 10 can.
Yeah, but yeah, you need first 10.
But first 10 can. You are trying to tell me, say, going to IMF now. I said yes, I will throw A level 76. Now we throw maths. Now nya FR. So also throw in the year 1979. Now nya FR is the same. What I try is this different? What failure? We fail.
FBI.
That's my issue.
FBI. Circumstances.
That is my thing.
Russia, man, also Ukraine will be affected Ghana. Okay.
You see, my issue now is the issue now is
the World Bank.
Where we are now. No, public debt is scary. Inflation is crazy. Monetary policy rate ayabasa. Ghana credit rating atonsium. Balance of payment deficit as of 2021 is bad. When now my investor confidence low. Even our fiscal framework I say,
better.
And it is the economy we are talking about. In Tianapo, we first watch here the managers of the economy. No,
yes.
Obi to say Dr. Mahamadou Babia Michiawa na pay, Kenu Foriata Michiao, Dr. Friako to Michiao, Osafumba for Michiao, Professor Banja Jamba for Michiao, Alan Tremanti Michiao. Baby abudi yedu ni.
Wache jako.
Baby abudi yedu. Enu ni. On the
have. The then energy minister no.
What's his name?
I can't say solid economic management.
Very solid. Very solid.
That was 2017.
Very solid. Very solid.
These are the people we handed Ghana over to.
And it's unfortunate. Let's do the analysis.
If you say our stations are worse, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That if you wrote a maths paper A level in 76 and you got F, and in 1979 try and F
teachers strike.
Don't try to justify. And therefore, if I see an MPP person trying to defend and say IMF there or yet the end are different and now yet the situation is different.
No, what's important?
I will tell you that. Let's just say nipa say no. Sami nipa say no. Obetimi ako defend Satan ever heaven.
According to
I'm telling you.
Flag bearers.
Why should
strike issue way and yen and start here. What na sia ma de na be konko abese mokon. That is the problem I have with the MPP. Say labor unions and now unions be a sorry striker. Instead of sitting down with them, no. Now you suman kwala so money omonko tena say and discuss the issue.
And kwala na hen for no.
The younger generation, younger people. Hey. You have had an issue with
National Labour Commission.
Okay, issue of University of Ghana. University of Ghana, you know what one of their challenges? So every time they go to the table to discuss, the finance minister doesn't come. He sends a representative. He always sends and
that's what my challenge.
That he is the one in charge.
Delegation of power.
Fine, that's and that is what the person goes and says, I cannot confirm, I'll have to go back and parties is here. I won't. So these people, it is the wrong time to demonstrate. It's the wrong time to go on strike. Yeah. Should be a petrol.
Nana into.
And then Nana into 5 land. And then see 2 diesel 60 Ghana cedis. Top petrol 50 something Ghana cedis. And
Nana go to 5 minutes.
Brofwa kesia GDP, DN, Nasifo. me nana owo kentensu a me wofa owo kusimintin ene nasefo. That is not what they are interested in. What they are interested in is say omo sorry anopa no omo ko akwakofuka na you can say trotro fair akofom ana say omo aduane a omo adua omo nkurase na omo de bank ran aba beton esan say fuel ne bo akosuru nti yate so na omo atumi di ayeden aba. That is what they are looking at. Ade ba ko nso a me nananom ene me nuanom a omo wo baby enye kru kese mu omo hwehwe ne say ansa na e-levy ba beba no aban otisu yi ebo apro ema obi ati ase say esan say ye economy ni yem pese ye beko IMF ana say ye beko akobo bisia wo bi ho na eba be
two choices
me da wase inti either say ye beko ni ejai e-levy no ana say ye befa e-levy no se ne be ya ye nye den ye nko yem bi say ho say anso da ben na aban otisu yi o decide say obeko IMF. Does it mean say odada yen say yemfa e-levy ni nhyɛ omo kon na ye wia ya sand the IMF ataso aka ho ana me de enkra me nuanom e de ama me say me ko TV me ko radio me ma aban no me bi say aban ni say anye bia oko IMF a obeyi e-levy na fi ho ana because say anyi e-levy na mfiri ho no ma na che say enada bi no dada
ye you see e-levy is part of our homegrown policy they call
na adenti no o say almost say homegrown policies no na to no so ka ho road toll fund na ka ho aden na no de aban ni yi free mu nti se wo hia homegrown policies a wo betumi de abu man a wo nyi road toll mfi ho because anya akranka road toll no e betumi atua national service personnel e ma omo ka enka kem. But aban na ye free ho wo yi free ho no wo say
explanation ye de man
wo yi free ho no wo say e-levy no e be solve every issue e be dani akobam na say e-levy e be dani akobam e be sa yare bia o Ghana e ye dien e na wo san sorry say me ko akwakoji sikefi
no mpemu
say ni bisa wo say enti omo de omo kan ni say omo ni problem saban no asan atwa no ho say oh asem bi a first no ka say obi a onim hwe ombo number na obeko IMF na say almost say ombeko IMF
na first time ye ko IMF
fiti enne omunya ye negotiations na ekina wie pe omomodin ha say e-levy no ombe withdraw
negotiation we shall see ochina but there's no guarantee say it will end ochina
I say omo the once
in some countries it goes as long as 2 years.
You see this should tell us say
Gambia 5 years
unim say aban otiso oni Ghana for ndi ni
why
unim say da ben the discussion of IMF ebeto odwa is it not Friday penal na say o de asem kese say abeto odwa Friday na say wukuada oni mpanyifo osi pono dia na ade ne chese wo share dem ye no be 6 months ago omebua omo meka nchire Ghana.
Wow.
Yes, of course.
According to Honorable Kojo Oponkroma, cabinet approve and also give you consent on the 30th June, which is Thursday, Friday, and a president IMF ebo mama ne and also president actually say
30th now omo di omo consent ko e na o maka ho asem da ben.
Okay.
Da ben na o maka ho asem because eye process inti say 30th no na mo agree say ye nko dia da ben no mo sha say da be no ma da Ghana for no o me pia go to e-levy mu
I can't asem
assemble
pacho bo fa number no to screen no so na call us in front am so ntimi che wadwo pacho betimi afra bala man so na so abeche wadwo afa nkomo twetwe a ya hwehwe oba answer na yewura
na men binti bibi fi achechefo no in fact ewom say omani mo ayetini but edu baby a say ye nyina no yete ye ho ase on a platform anya benkum dware nifa na nifa nso ayeden edware benkum sebe paper mpo se eba ne se wonti bibia se na ofa na obi asofa na ofa otwe na mu tetere a wo ka se wo di bom a enye yie biem nokura ni nyame anim insuoto na so e forma ayeden I think say in as much as say utu ejamuafo no na wo ka che momo no so say onhwe no ho yi because aban otisu yi So why na do say a negotiations. Na ebeha join dia. And then na ompe another method. Say ban say unions ni ni omu hia. Ombetumi ate omo ho ase because say ye twimu na ye tan a ye manum e na omo bre.
Okay, first call Aban.
Good morning, Samunto.
Good morning, Aban. Pacho did baby Afrefi. We did the about that.
Pacho mi prefe a shaman Zenu.
Pacho into Aban.
I'm say Samunto. Won't watch na bonu. Ma only my friend is Mr. MPP, a friend not more a friend is PRO. Monu soon say what ni be don koto what ni be mla. Oba obeka tire o se ni die na o akwakoto aba na ye papa chen o die. Omo suba ya omo ni ye ti kromu wa hanu mo.
Maybe they American exchange.
Omo peni da John Dramani Mahama for IMF. Ama mudi na tema ene mu ko bi ni mudi mu IMF na mu ko no. Eni NDC for die no. Na mini IMF for no akata frampo anka me pamu mu kura fi ada. Mu fa ma because the name am kikangu omo fi no. Omo ti o. We have the men now. A vice president. We are.
Yeah, that's it. So long as Ghana remaining a member state, and my IMF IMF won't mean to normal back when you needed it. We hear more and more.
100
02008542550 02008542554. Also, bet me afraid to me actually watching. Come on, Chichi. I say 2014, 2015. Mahama no me incompetent. Senya Ghana Kwana as a 2015 a call IMF. Offer countries BT say Mexico, Morocco, Ukraine, no chronoben no omina kwa. But any Kazemba could say Russia, Ukraine war ye can yes anything IMF. Russia phones the key bailout from IMF. Ukraine phones the key bailout, but here is the key bailout. Hello,
what's the sense in this analysis? I'm sorry.
Hello,
time ben or
Sammy, there's a difference between list of countries omo join IMF and the list of countries in so omo call for bailout.
Okay.
Yenuanomu ema yenya impression be say because we have over 100 countries omo joining IMF
no omo call for bailout. Omo call for bailout. We have
countries omo joining IMF here
195. Yes,
190 and
okay.
Hello, caller.
To yourself and mislead people.
Hello, I'm Fred for our man so Pacho
100 in a queue to IMF. That's what we said.
Oh. Last caller, baby. Mr. Whether no. Hello, caller.
Mr. Jenuma, Jamishini.
I call not dropping tea. Yeah, wrap it up. Nana, wrap it up.
The issue is that
Nana, wrap it up. 1 minute. 1 minute, yeah. Yeah, wrap it up. Yeah, wrap it up.
Anytime.
Yeah, wrap it up. 1 minute, because you don't get your time.
Global situation.
Okay.
It is a global situation, but anytime I hear your many more, yet you as I go prama, one now so now born, who say born trucker. I just say spectators in a back catch room. In the end, near catch us. I dear way, all the man number 9 obey to me. Am I yet to say one number now obey me about game? Oh, I'm mean to me to see player more coach. Okay. Omo coach in Ankasamuno. And so only
coach need your born humor.
Coach, say coach who born humor dia. E be depending on
coach which na na born humor dey by players.
Coach need who born humor dia. E depending say o team need to meet matches. O selection
okay. Titi, 1 minute.
That's all.
When you have a bunch of criminals using pen to steal the nation, this is what you have.
And who are those criminals?
They are the managers of the community today. They are paper and pen criminals.
How?
Paper and pen criminals. The amount of revenue till today, our catcher say at the time no ABMC catcher say at the time no NDC did what, and then now you are saying say more than a global crisis.
What did I
Excuse me, please don't say that.
What did I say?
Okay.
They have caused. They are corrupt. even COVID funds for Montimi.
Okay, Uncle George, 1 minute.
Yo, me that say, I'm saying me penny out here. Why confused, Kaka? I can pardon him for being confused. He doesn't understand the issues. Indeed, young and talk of no, not talk. I want him to be criminal. Or man, penny bag. Now corruption we are tagging. I are investigating. Or man,
more investigating.
We know him. Dear, no dear. When you corruption, we'll get there. We'll engage you to that effect. Look, Ghana for normal IMF issue no. Na yem pese ko. But baby edu no ye choose anamo no see na normal because global market say imported inflation is over 28%.
So it's equalization.
What equalization? Okay. Have I mentioned you in this? I'm making my analysis.
Okay.
So what equalization?
Abusia na be ma me dey na dwumade dey LCA me kan say do ko kan straight na infoni dey about students yi no esiti e ho foni a wo hwe this is the state of Ghana, Accra. We are Kaneshi, Enfoni, and now no. But Ghana, Bonja Ghana. You're right, see. You're right, see. You're right, see. Shagana, Shakaneshi. Abu Shapome, Kaneshi.
You are equalizing.
Yapon. We did this amount. You're right, Joja, see. You're right. Yapon. The truth of that.
Yes. Oja seni wasisa na dwe. Dibi fo na asem ko ti mo.
Also insist.